Today I'm out here in my 1973 Plymouth Duster, and I am going to fix a problem this car has had since it was built. Today's problem is there are no cup holders in this car. And unlike a lot of people, I don't need many. I just need one. Look at this car. Way back in the long ago when this thing was built, you didn't get anything fancy. Now I have the dash door part right now. I was fixing the heater controls. I repainted all this, cleaned this up some, changed the switch, had to clean out another switch. The radio has to be put back in. But with this car, here's what you got. You got 4 wheels, a seat, and a steering wheel, and not much else. Way back then, cars weren't made to be fancy and luxurious and everything. Way back when this car was new, get in, sit down, shut up, and go where you're going. And that's pretty much it. The closest thing this car has to a cup holder is in the glove box lid. 2 little round indentations, which ain't gonna hold nothing once you start moving, and you only have this much height anyhow. I have to put all the stuff back in there too. Let me show you from the other side. See? Now I don't have a carpet in here. There's a couple of small water leaks at the corners of the windshield out front. I have to fix those before I put a carpet in. But this is what you get in the car. A seat and a floor and a steering wheel. No console, no storage compartments, no storage compartments in the doors like a lot of new cars today have. Nothing. So I had a problem. I usually bring a 24-ounce coffee to work with me in the morning. So how do I hold it and drive the car? Well, here's the LoudMouthTim solution to that problem. I'm sure I could have gone online and bought some sort of a cup holder device to put in the car, but what do we say here at LoudMouthTim.com and a LoudMouthTim YouTube channel? Almost as good and a whole lot cheaper. So I found a better, cheaper way to do it. Here's the question. What is this? What does it look like to you? A cardboard box? Yes, it was. Now, it is a cup holder. See that? Look, here is the 24-ounce coffee cup. I cut out the sides to fit the shape of the cup. It goes right in there like that, and this will hold it up well. I usually have it sitting on a seat so it can't tilt back that way, but to the front and to the sides, it's good. And I had to tape up the sides so they can't fold down in. So these side pieces, they can't go up, they can't go down. And the same for this. And that makes it a cup holder. Take it, put it on the seat, put your cup in there you go. Just like that. A quick and easy and most importantly, cheap way to do it. So, when the cup holder is in operation, it looks like that. I can slide it over to the door if I want. I can move it over here. I can put it on the floor. That's like having 3 cup holders in one. But I've never had a problem doing it that way. So, that's the LoudMouthTim way to do it. Manufacture a cheap cup holder that gets the job done and adheres to the LoudMouthTim mantra of almost as good and a whole lot cheaper. One of the things that has really annoyed me over the years about the way new cars are made is they went from being very basic cars like this one to floating luxury mobiles. Automakers went on their whole NVH crusade to combat noise, vibration, and harshness. You're driving a car, sometimes on rough roads with potholes. God forbid you hear or feel a bump or a squeak or a rattle or anything like that. You gotta have all kind of storage compartments, all kind of cup holders, all kind of pockets in the doors. Because, of course, every car maker is competing with every other car maker, and everyone wants to have you buy their car so they make their corporate profit. So, you know, your car has to be smoother and neater and quieter and more convenient for everything. And, you know, it's good up to a point, but they've really gone overboard with it. And yeah, my Tesla Model 3 is nice and smooth and quiet and handles really well and has all the places to store stuff you could ever want, at least for me. But, you know, you need to have an old car like this once in a while to really appreciate the differences and how things have changed. So, the whole NVH thing that they try to make into every new car, you know, they sacrifice the ease of repairability of the car, new parts being cheap, and, you know, they make big, fancy, expensive parts for cars like shocks and struts and this magnetic fluid and fancy other fluids in the shocks and struts. And so the replacement car part costs a whole lot more money than a basic, simple shock absorber. Which in a car like this, you would barely know it even has shock absorbers because it bangs and bounces and rattles all over the place. But that's driving an old-fashioned car, you know. There's some fun in that, too. So, cup holders evolved out of all of that. Everyone making a car wants you to buy their car. So here, you can put your coffee cup right here and you know, don't have to think about anything. Just shut up and give us your money, whatever.